Hello and welcome to this Really Simple Systems webinar where I'll be demonstrating our Simple Marketing tool. The Simple Marketing tool is an easy to use marketing solution for small businesses that you can easily create and send great looking emails without the need of a developer or a designer. Simple Marketing is our entry level product giving you up to 5,000 emails per month, and this is included in our free 14-day trial. If you're looking for more features and more capacity, we also have an advanced marketing tool which gives you up to 50,000 emails per month. If you have any questions during the webinar, do use the question panel on your screen and we'll do our best to respond to them. If we don't get through it all immediately, then we will follow up with you afterwards. If you're not already using our marketing tool, you can add it to your subscription by going to, in the top right hand corner, Settings, then Manage Subscription, and if you scroll down to Select Plan and Options, you'll see that there are some toggle buttons to select on off, and you can just switch on marketing from there and then just save changes to plan. This will then open the marketing dashboard and controls on the main menu. Taking a quick look at the marketing dashboard, you've got a number of widgets that you can set up on your dashboard to monitor your activity in real time. And if you want to change these, if you go to Add Widgets in the top right hand corner, you've got various options you can select from the panels here. So let's add the welcome video, and that adds into our dashboard. In each page of the CRM, you've also got a help drawer that you can pull out. So up in the top right hand corner, if you click on the blue Help tab, this includes information about the page that you're looking at. You've got a video on most of the pages that you can play to help you, or you can go down to the Find Out More button, and that clicks through to our customer support hub where you'll find more information to help you access the tools that you need here. So lots of screenshots and information that you can use to help you. So let's get started and create our email. So the first thing we're going to do is on the main menu, going from Dashboard to Campaigns. And this is going to show us any campaigns we've created previously, but if we want to create a new campaign, then we go to the Add button and then give our campaign a name. So let's just call this one Monthly Newsletter and save. So once we've given the campaign a name, this then opens the campaign wizard, and this is going to take us through the process of creating our campaign and sending our email. So the first screen you've got here is the templates that you can choose from, and you could select one of these or you could work from a blank template. You've also got the option that is pinned. I haven't got anything pinned yet, so it's going to say not, but what happens there is if you've got an email that you want to use the design again, you can pin the email, and then that's going to appear in that second page for you. So let's show how this works. I'll select a template, and you'll see up the top next to the email name there's a little pin, so I can pin that one, and that's then going to save my email for me. And let's get started with the design. So you'll see on the left hand side, this is my design panel showing the template that I've got selected, and on the right hand side I've got these 5 different tabs to build my email and take me through the process. So looking at the Settings tab to start with, we just need to fill out the details of our email on the form here. So it's defaulted the template name to the same as we've set our campaign, so you could change that if you wish to, or leave it as it is. Then we just need to add a subject. So the subject's going to be what your recipient is seeing in their inbox, so make it something catchy. So let's call this one, this is my little wild nature account, so I'm going to call this one Getting Close to Nature, and then put in the sender name and sender email address and reply to email address. So we'll default to whatever you've got set up in your system, or you can change these accordingly, and you've also got the option to add some notes in there as well. So once you've added those in, save your changes, and then the next stage is to go to the Build tab. Actually, I'm not going to go to the Build tab, I'm going to go to the Global Style tab, and this is where you can set the properties for the whole of your email. You can also edit the properties within each section, but this one lets you set up all the colours and fonts and things for overall. So let's do this first. Here you can set your margins if you wish to change those. So I'm going to change the outer background to this sort of pale lilac-y colour. And I may change the inner background later, but I'll leave that one white for a moment so that you can see what I'm doing a bit more easily. Let's say on the font, let's go to, I think I have Verdana, and let's change that to maybe 14. I think 16 is a bit big for me. And then the font colours, I can go in and edit those as well. So I'm going to add in a font for my general text and also for my link text. And let's then save the changes. Now let's go to the Build tab and start adding in some pictures and text for our email. So to do this, put your cursor over the section you want to edit, click on that, and that then brings up the options for that section. So in this one I'm going to add my logo. So if I go down and click on the select image, and I've already added in some pictures and things here, and I can just go in and select that logo and then click select image, and that pops that in. If I go to the style tab here, I can resize that just by using the slider. I can change the alignment, the corner radius and so on if that's important. On settings, probably not relevant on this occasion, but I could say add in 2 columns, 3 columns into that section if I wanted to add something else in, and I can remove the borders to open that up. So let's save the changes there and go down to the next section. So let's add another image in here. Let's select image, and if I want to add a new image in, then I do go to add new image, and that's then going to take me to my PC where I can then go and add the image that I want to add into that section, and then just select image to pop that in again. I can add a hyperlink in to link through to my content, and alt text if that's important to you here. So let's save the changes so far and then go down again. So here I'd like to vary my design from the template and add a text panel in. So if I want to add any of the different sections, I just slide that over. I'm also going to add in a little spacer above that as well. And then I can click on that section again and go in and edit that text. I'd like to add in personalization. I'd like to be able to address the person by their first name. So I scroll down and find contact first, put a comma, that in, and then I can either just write in or paste in the text that I want to add. So I'll go ahead and do that. You can edit the text in the section pretty much as you would a Word document, so changing the alignment, adding in titles and headings, and editing as you wish, or you could as well change the colour schemes in each individual section opposed to the global settings that you set earlier. So once you're happy with the text, then just click Save Changes, and we can then look at the next section. So let's scroll down again on the template, and here I've got 2 side-by-side image, text and button sections, and I can go in clicking on that, and you'll see that I've got column 1 and column 2 that I can switch between and edit accordingly. So let's go in and find a picture for my column 1. So I'm going to add new images again, and I can add in 2. I've got a sunrise and a sunset I want to use here, and you've also got the option to tag your images. So if I wanted to say here, call this one sunrise and save that, and on the other one let's call that sunset, you'll see then on the left hand side those tags are being recognized, and you can then use those to search for the image you want when you're working on your design. So let's put my sunrise in, select image, and on column 2 I'll put the sunset in, so I can get rid of that one. Sunset, that's on the second page, and select. There we go. So again, then we're just going to paste in some text and then edit the buttons. To style the buttons, we can slide down and add in a hyperlink to the link you want to use, and just change the text as you wish. So let's just call this one Find Out More, and let's do the same on the column 1. And then if we go up to the Style tab, here again you can play around with the, let's say they want to change the corner radius. Oh, that's on the images, and then also on the buttons. Let's change the button colours here. So I'm going to change the buttons to the same colour as my font. So there's an inside and a border. Let's update those. And once you're happy with the panels, then just save and move on to the next section. As you can see, you've got the option here to add in sections for more buttons, social media, video, images, dividers, text panels and so on. So you can play around with that design and build it up to make your style. So things like video, I'll just explain here. So again, you pull over the section there and click on it, and it's just a case of pasting in your Vimeo or YouTube link, and that will then update. With social media, so I've got a few already set up here, but if you want to then add in say your LinkedIn account, you just click set up here, paste in your LinkedIn account, and then add in, that'll automatically then add that logo as well. The next tab over, once you're happy with your style, is the attachments. So here I can go into my files and upload an attachment. So this is great if you've got maybe a report or a coupon or something that you want to add in. So I've just got a text document here I'm just going to add in, and that then brings that in, and it will just, when you send the email, it will just be an attachment like you would in any other email. So very useful, that one. Final tab here is the test and preview tab, and here you can go in and preview your email, and it will show you what it's going to look like on a laptop or a phone. And you've also got the option to send a test message to yourself as by clicking send test message, or you could also select somebody else from your team to message from the drop down list as well. And once you're finished with the design element, then at the top of your screen click save and continue, and this will then save your email and let you continue with your campaign. Saving the email returns you to the campaign wizard and to the next stage, which is lists. You can either select a list that you've already saved or create a new list. So let's create a new list. With two options here. We can either create a static list or a dynamic list. I'll start off by creating a static list, and I'll call this one Customers since 01 January. Now a static list is a list where it could be all your contacts, or it could be a group of your contacts that you save and reuse the list as you wish or edit. So let's save this one. And if I then go to list members, I can add in who I want to include in this list. So if I wanted to add in all my contacts, I just go straight up to the top and click add contacts, and that'll add everybody. If I want to segment the database, I can then use the filters to select who it is I want to mail. So let's say on this occasion, I just want to mail customers that I've added to my system since the 1st of January. So if I go down and find the account created date and say it's greater than or equal to, and go to the date picker and find 1 January. I think on this occasion it probably has all been added since then anyway, but so let's add those contacts in. But that gives you an example of what sort of thing that you might do. And once you're happy with the list, you can add more contacts to that, or remove ones if you wish. And once you're happy, then go back to list, and from here you could edit out maybe some of the contacts individually if that's necessary. Back at the top of the page, then click back to campaign. If you wanted to create a dynamic list, so let's say we change the list, create a new list. A dynamic list is a list whereby it updates at the point of mailing. So nobody's actually added to it at the time you're creating the list, you just set the criteria for that list. So for example, let's say I wanted to have contacts in United Kingdom. Let's save that and create my list. So here then, if I go down to the account address country and slide that across and say is equal to United Kingdom, that will just select the contacts that I have that are based in the United Kingdom. It's not adding them into the list at this point, but once I set my mailing, then it's going to select them there. So there you've got the advantage that if you're updating your CRM on a regular basis, then those contacts will be added in to that mailing and it will continue to update as required. So let's save that criteria and then go back to campaign. So this is then showing me on my list which lists I've got selected and the criteria that I've got included here. I can still go and edit the criteria, I can still go and edit the list if I wish to. Once you're finished with your list, click Next to go to the Scheduling tab. So here we can either schedule for a set date or to send as soon as possible. So if you click to send as soon as possible, then the CRM system is going to assess the data and get the email out at the soon as possible time. If you're scheduling on a date, then just use the date picker and time to select when you want to mail. And then set schedule. This then takes you to the final send section where you get a summary of what it is you've set up to send. So we can see the email that you've created, the monthly newsletter. You can see that we've selected a dynamic list, contacts in the UK, and then we've set the mailing date to go out. So then when you're happy, click send campaign, and then that's going to send that email at that set date. Should for some reason you want to stop the campaign, you still have the option to pause the campaign, and then when you're happy you can restart it and change the schedule as you wish, etc. And resume the campaign. You'll then see a summary page where you can preview your email and pin it to your templates. Once you've sent the email, you'll be able to access the stats page, which will show you your engagement levels with your customers and how they responded. If we then go back to the campaign summary table, we can see the campaign and see the details, and we can open it again should we wish to at a later stage. Don't forget, if you need any help with your campaigns, click the Help button in the top right hand corner, and this will show you information about the page you're looking at. You've also got other videos here that you can access to take you through the information, and you can click through to our customer support hub for further information. Thank you for listening to our webinar today, and we hope that it's been useful to you. If you have any further questions, do contact us on support@reallysimplesystems.com.